If this historical photograph captures an early demonstration of a football helmet being tested in the early 1900s, the individual wearing the helmet is seen in midair, seemingly having been propelled against a wooden wall, likely to showcase the protective capabilities of the helmet. In the background, several men dressed in early 20th century attire, including suits and hats, observe the experiment. The scene suggests a man seems to be meticulously carving the eye of one of the presidents into the rock face of Mount Rushmore. The intricate detail and scale of his work make it clear that he has dedicated himself to shaping this massive piece of history by hand. His solitary effort emphasizes the monumental task of crafting the iconic features of this Tourists were once free to climb the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. They could enjoy sunbathing and tea parties atop this ancient wonder. The scene captures a unique blend of leisure and history, set against the iconic backdrop of the pyramids. For reasons unknown to me, a police officer did this daring stunt in 1920, hanging from a building in New York City. Suspended high above the busy streets, the officer smiles fearlessly while holding onto a steel beam. This remarkable moment blends danger and nonchalance, captured in the heart of the Car seats for children were extremely dangerous in the 1940s. They offered little to no protection, being more like booster seats to help kids see out of the window rather than safety devices. These early designs lacked the secure feature. The original design of the Michelin Man was truly frightening. His appearance was more unsettling, with a menacing expression and exaggerated features. This early version lacked the friendly and approachable look of the modern character we recognize today. This is the original design of the electric hair dryer. Early models were bulky and looked quite different from the compact versions we use today. Despite their size, they paved the way for modern hair drying technology. These are the contestants in the 1930 Miss Lovely Eyes beauty contest, where women had to wear extremely eerie masks. The masks concealed their faces, leaving only their eyes visible for judging. This unusual competition this massive 3.0-pound creature is Lubber, the largest horse in the world in 1930. With its immense size, Lubber towered. The Easter Bunny costume in the 1950s was truly terrifying. Its unsettling design, with exaggerated. This poster from the late 1800s advertises a fight between the world's thinnest man and the world's fattest man. This is the Dinosphere, a giant wheeled vehicle invented by Dr. J.A. Purves that can reach speeds of 30 mph. It represents a groundbreaking. Before CGI, this is how MGM filmed its iconic movie intro. It showed the first version of Ronald McDonald was created by Willard Scott in 1963. This character became the iconic. This is how condoms were tested in the 1930s. The method reflects the early approaches to ensuring product safety. These tests were in a brief but amazing moment. You could buy potatoes from a vending machine. This unique vending machine offered an unexpected. The same goes for whiskey. It too has its own unique history and development. Like many other beverages, before modern car wash machines were invented, a particularly odd idea was to have cars drive in circles. On September 3, 1967, Sweden switched from driving on the left to driving on the right. This image shows This is what a gym looked like 2 centuries ago, in 1831. The design reflects the fitness trends and practice. This entirely safe device is called a baby cage. A wire cage hung outside apartment windows to provide city-born children with extra sunlight and fresh air. It was designed to offer a safer outdoor experience for infants in urban environments. This is Piet van der Zwart, weighing 455 pounds, also known as the heaviest man in Europe in 1955. This is Pauline Musters, the shortest woman to have ever lived. She measured only 24 inches. In the 1930s, this couple won the marathon dance competition in Atlantic City after dancing for 473 hours. And yes, people actually fell asleep while standing or dancing during these marathon dance events. This is the View phone, a video phone developed by Toshiba in 1964 that allowed real-time FaceTiming. California once had a place called the California Alligator Farm, where children were encouraged to get close to alligators. In the early 1900s, one way to transport tons of materials and train parts was to suspend them hundreds of feet in the air and pull them. This man won a costume contest in 1894 by dressing up as a piece of bacon. His unique and humorous outfit caught the attention. This is a real 19th century cough syrup advertisement featuring a very special ingredient there. In 1876, Virgil A. Gates was granted a patent for the mustache guard, an ingenious invention designed to keep mustaches away. During World War II, Walt Disney developed a Mickey Mouse-shaped gas mask designed to help children feel more comfortable. This is Herman the cat, a feline who was awarded the title of expert mousetrap on a U.S. Coast Guard ship during World War II. This is the world's longest limousine, known as the American Dream Limo, stretching over 100 feet. This is the appearance of a real-life Muffin Man in 1930s London. The Muffin Man was a street vendor This is one of the earliest designs for roller skates. For some reason, it didn't catch on at the time and wasn't developed. In the 1960s, you could purchase a squirrel monkey through the mail for $18.95. This unusual mail order service. In 1909, the pig finally flew. The pig Icarus Wright took a short flight with John Moore Brabazon, and Fiat once had a car manufacturing plant with a test track functioning on its rooftop. This unique design allowed This is Jack, a South African baboon who worked as a signalman at a railway station in the 1800s. For nearly a decade in his railway job. This is Hannes de Jong, the world champion of poles, sitting in 1970, sitting atop a pole. Before the invention of radar, soldiers used devices that looked like something out of Looney Tunes to listen for enemy aircraft. This is the Peel 50, the smallest car ever produced. Measuring just 54 inches in length, it was one of the most absurd inventions of the 19th century was the mass shaving machine, designed to shave. In 1908, a massive crowd gathered in Boston to watch Harry Houdini escape from chains while jumping off a bridge. Speaking of overlooked things, this is a proposed fire suit design meant to drench the wearer in water. This is Venus the Bulldog, the official mascot of HMS Vansittart, a Royal Navy destroyer during World War II. This is an image of a mobile home from the 1930s. It reflects the early designs of portable living spaces during. One of the most creative methods used by bootleggers to hide alcohol during Prohibition was inside. Finally, in 1961, auditions were held for the Black Cat role in the film adaptation of Edgar Allan Poe's The Black Cat. Many black cats showed up for the casting. Anne Frank's father, Otto, revisits the attic where they hid from the Nazis. He was the only member of the Frank family to survive the Holocaust. This emotion escaped slave Peter, revealing his painfully beaten back. The scars on his body served as a haunting reminder. Dorothy Counts was the first black student to attend an all-white school in the United States. In this photo, she is being taunted and ridiculed by white male classmates. The dog tags of 58, 307 U.S. soldiers who died in the Vietnam War are displayed at the Harold Washington Library Center. Human zoos existed, and these photos were taken in 1904 when the U.S. government imported 300 indigenous Filipinos. 2 Armenian resistance militias fought against the Armenian genocide perpetrated by the Ottoman Turks in 1915. On June 18, 1964, Monson Motor Lodge manager James Brock poured muriatic acid into the swimming pool to drive black swimmers out. A patient receiving treatment for mental illness in Germany in 1890. The treatment methods of the time reflect the limited understanding of. A Croatian soldier stands before a wall with the inscription, "God, if I die young, please take me to heaven, where I once." George McLaurin, the first African-American student admitted to the University of Oklahoma, was forced to sit apart from white students. This segregation, a few of the thousands of wedding rings that the Nazis seized from Holocaust victims to extract the gold. Martin Luther King Jr. and his son are seen dragging a burned cross from the lawn of their home in Atlanta. In April 1009, Blanche Monnier was a woman from Poitiers, France, who was secretly confined to a small room by her aristocratic mother and brother for 20 years. A photo of Zaida Suss, one of the hundreds of thousands of children abducted by the Nazi regime. A Japanese-American family returns home to Seattle, Washington, from the Hunt, Idaho internment camp on May 10, 1940.